Hello everyone, welcome to a impromptu video. I should be uploaded quite quickly, but I don't know. It'll depend. But this is a wrestling prediction thing again. AEW Double or Nothing is tonight, so I thought I'd quickly run through. This shouldn't be too long because there's 13 matches on this card, and I don't have time to talk about all of them. So let's go. So. First match, which will be on the pre-show, is Hookhausen, so Hook and Danhausen, versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. This is just a tag team match. And considering Hook and Danhausen have just got together, you'd assume Hook and Danhausen are going to win. Probably Hook it'll probably be like a squash. Hook or like choke, maybe like do his finisher and then tag Danhausen in, who will pin. That'll probably be it. First match of the main show, according to this, is Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allin, which is just a normal singles match. And I think that the winner of this match will be Kyle O'Reilly, because Kyle and Darby had that match. Who was that against? Was that Adam Cole, the one with the chairs? And then where he did the swanton off the... No, it was Darby versus Jeff. Darby had like quite a big thing recently, so I'm thinking maybe Darby is allowed to... Darby doesn't need to win here because he's already had his big moment on Dynamite. So, and Kyle O'Reilly recently lost in the Adam Cole, the Owen Hart tournament, so I think he needs a win. So let Kyle O'Reilly win. There you go. Third match, which is a singles match for the AEW TBS title, is Jade Cargill, who's the champion, versus Anna Jay, and Kira Hogan, Red Velvet, Chris Statlander, and Ruby Soho are banned from ringside. I think Jade's winning here because Anna's not aware. This story hasn't had much to it, so I think let Jade win until they can bring in somebody, maybe Ember Moon, who can beat her. Allow for the story to... Because Jade's been unstoppable, been on this winning streak. I don't think Anna's the person to beat her at this point. Maybe they could build her up soon, but not tonight. Next match. We are running through them. Is the House of Black, so Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King, versus Death Triangle, which is Pac, Penta, and Ray Phoenix. This is a 6-man tag team match, obviously. And I think the House of Black are winning here, because why would they not? Why would they not? Because they need to... Because, I mean, they won at Revolution, but I think what needs to happen is House of Black win, and they make Death Triangle part of their cult. So they add Pac, Penta, and Ray into it. So then you have Penta and Ray, who can be the tag team, part of the stable. Buddy and Pac can be like the workhorse, kind of the work rate people, and Brody's the big strapping, like the big bruiser who can like do squash matches and stuff, and then Malachi can go after the main title maybe, because Malachi Black versus who I would pick as the next champion would be a great match. So House of Black to win here, but absorb the Death Triangle. Next, American Top Team, which is Scorpio Sky, Ethan Paige, and Paige Van Zandt with Dan Lambert, versus Sami Guevara, Frankie Kazarin, and Conte. And if American Top Team win, neither Guevara nor Kazarin will be allowed to challenge for the TNT Championship as long as Scorpio Sky is champion. And that's why I think Sami Guevara and Frankie Kazarin are going to win and tie, because this feud's been going on too long. It's not been as modern and politically correct as it could be. There's been like things said that haven't been the best thing. So, you know. But yeah, so I think Sami, Frankie, and Ty are going to win here. Should be an alright match. The next match should be very good. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy versus the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. Just normal tag team match. Absolutely just normal tag team. This should be a barn burner because the last time they properly faced off might have been the Ring of Honor night before the Hardys debuted at WrestleMania, returned at WrestleMania 33 when the Hardys lost the tag belts to the Young Bucks in the ladder match. That might have been the last time they faced off. I don't know. It probably is. And obviously, the Young Bucks won that time. And I think the Young Bucks are going to win again. Because the Young Bucks have lost a bit of steam currently. They haven't been in the tag team title feud in a while. Obviously, they lost them at All Out to the Lucha Brothers. And they haven't been part of it. Oh no, they were. They were at Revolution. It was them. It was Lucha Brother. It was Lucha's. What are they called? Oh, Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks. So Revolution, but that's been it's been a few months, a month to 2 since 2 months. Yeah. So it's been a couple of months since they've been in the title feud, so they need something to push them back up. So Young Bucks to win, I'd say. Match 7, we are rounding through. Here we are. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, so Jessica Express, versus Team Taz, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. And this is a 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Now, I think the obvious winner is, well, I don't know if they're going to put a... I don't know why this is the hardest one on the card for me, because I don't think Team Taz are winning, but my pick is going to be that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus retain, but I can see that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland would be very good tag champions who then lose. Then Keith, maybe Swerve turns on Keith, joins Team Taz, and Keith instead maybe not feuds with Team Taz but goes up into the TNT title feud, goes into the TNT title tournament. That'd be good. Because I thought he would win at Revolution, because I thought he'd get the brass ring and win that, but never mind. Next match, match 8. The Jericho Appreciation Society, which is Chris Jericho, Matt Maynard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager, versus Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and the Blackpool Combat Club, which is Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, in an Anarchy in the Arena match, which is probably just like a no holds barred style match, presumably. And I'm not a fan of the Jericho Appreciation Society. They're going a bit weird, and I think, if I look at the names in the Jericho Appreciation Society, I'm not keen on any of the wrestlers, to be honest. And I like all of the ones in the other team. I like Eddie Kingston. He's very good. He'll be AEW champion one day. Santana and Ortiz, great tag team. They should be in the tag title picture again at some point. Maybe they're the ones who take it off Jessica Express. And Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, one of the best in the world. Jon Moxley, great wrestler, lovely. And so I think they're going to win. And also William Regal will be there, so everyone loves William Regal. He's great. And the next match is the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Final, which is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Ruby Soho. Now, I think, honestly, I'm not that keen on Britt Baker. She's good promo, very good wrestler, but she keeps wrestling the same sorts of matches, and I'm starting to get a bit bored. So, personally, I'd like Ruby Soho, because she debuted it All Out and has not really done much. She was kind of in the TBS title picture, but then she was in the TBS title tournament, I think, and apart from that, she didn't really do much. So I'd like her to win here. Maybe if they could build her up properly, she could beat Jade Cargill. Then you have Ruby in the mid-card, then go into the main women's title feud in a bit, potentially. So Ruby to win there. And also, I think they win a title. I think, apparently they win, an Owen Hart title belt, I think. It's not like a trophy or something. Like they win a belt. Match 10. Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole for the men's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Final, with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh barred from ringside. Now, considering they're all barred from ringside, and that's all to do with Samoa Joe, you'd make the assumption that because they're barred from ringside, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Young Bucks or Red Dragon can't interfere on Adam Cole's behalf to let him win. But here's the thing. Kenny Omega has been out for a bit, and they've said he might never be 100% again. That doesn't necessarily mean he won't come back, because he'll be wanting to. So what do you do? So I think Kenny, this is where Kenny returns. Kenny returns during the Samoa Joe Adam Cole match and costs Cole. Cole hears his music, goes, "Hey, Elite Brethren, come on down, come help me. Samoa Joe's over there, he's in the corner, beat him up a bit. Ref ain't looking, go on." And then Kenny Omega, or maybe Red Dragon and Young Bucks get involved. Kenny Omega comes back, they're all like, "Way, brother, come, let's beat him up together." And then Omega goes, bump, beats up Red Dragon and Young Bucks, or just Adam Cole, if it's just Adam Cole, and then allows Samoa Joe to win, allowing for Samoa Joe to get some. Well, I mean, he's already the Ring of Honor television champion, but this gives him even more higher status going into when they start doing Ring of Honor tapings again, whenever that is, and then that can kick off the Elite feud, the Omega versus Cole, thus probably leading to the next pay-per-view, which I don't know what it is. Is it Fight for the Fallen, whichever one it is, in the summer, which will be oh no, is it All Out? Is All Out the next one? Well, it could be. All Out might be the next one. Whatever the next one is, could be Omega and the Young Bucks as faces, because you could turn the Young Bucks face again, maybe make it work, versus Cole and Red Dragon. So you have the Undisputed Elite versus the Elite. And then later on, you could lead to Full Gear. Oh no, there's All In, isn't there? All In, then there's All Out or something, I don't know. But yeah, and then the next pay-per-view after that, you then do the big Omega Cole blow-off match. Like the singles match, because everyone's waiting for the singles match. It will happen eventually. They hinted at it when Omega went away after he lost the title to Hangman after Full Gear. And he's been away for ages. Anyway, been dawdling so much on the 10th match. 11, which I'll explain, which will be interesting. MJF versus Wardlow. It's a singles match. And if Wardlow wins, he'll be granted his free release from his contract with MJF. And if MJF wins, Wardlow will be permanently banned from signing with AEW. Now, yesterday, MJF didn't show up to the fan fest, the fan meeting, like kind of the signings and stuff for Double or Nothing. And neither did Samoa Joe, but that was a different thing. But apparently, MJF didn't show up, and there was a plane ticket booked in his name out of Las Vegas, which is where the pay-per-view is. And apparently he didn't get the flight, but apparently it was made in his name. So it could easily be a work, or MJF is trying to keep quiet. And apparently all the AEW wrestlers have been told nothing. Wardlow cannot say anything. So I think, well, my personal opinion, I think it's a work, but I don't know. But I think it is. So I think what will happen is Wardlow will enter first and be like, where is he? He's not showing up, is he? Then MJF will just batter him from the back. The match will start. And MJF... And I think Wardlow's going to win it, because obviously the stipulation says this could be Wardlow's last match in AEW. He could go to WWE tomorrow. He could go to WWE and Raw. He could go to Raw tomorrow if he lost. So I think it makes sense for Wardlow to win. And also it's been setting up for Wardlow to beat him. MJF because the whole point of this is redemption for the CM Punk feud. MJF, I'll spoil it now. After CM Punk becomes champion, Punk is champion up here. MJF gets angry that Wardlow's beat him and that the person who cost him the match against CM Punk has done it. And I'll go into that more when we get to the CM Punk match, which is only a little bit away. Next match, Thunder Rosa versus Sweeney Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship, which is Thunder Rosa. Now, I think Thunder Rosa is going to win it because she's just got the title. Sweeney Deeb isn't going to beat her. Thunder Rosa hasn't had the best title reign to start off with. The first feud she had wasn't very good. So, she needs a bit of legitimacy to her, so allow her to win. That's kind of simple enough. Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk. Here we are for the AEW World Championship. Adam Page is champion. Adam Page has been starting to turn heel, and Punk is kind of also starting to turn heel. Well, Punk's been heel in certain areas of the country, depending, because of MJF and stuff. But it would make sense for Punk to win, because you can set up a bunch of different things. Adam Page could fully turn heel, allow him to. You could do Adam Page versus some top baby faces. Adam Page versus Samoa Joe. You could do that if you wanted to. Adam Page versus Malachi Black. He could join the Combat Club, feud against them. I don't know. But what I think about CM Punk being champion, imagine the photo. CM Punk holding the title. Big ending to this pay-per-view. People will tune in to next Wednesday because Punk is champion. People will watch AEW because they'll go, who's the champion? Oh, it's CM Punk? I didn't know he was back. There you go. But also, then it makes it much nicer for because everyone is thinking that MJF will get the AEW title by the end of this year. And if MJF is the one to beat Punk after everything that's gone on, after Punk beat him at Revolution, kind of ending their feud, it's just as perfect. And then you can have Eddie Kingston be MJF at some point, you know. But that is a nice thing that could happen to allow for... It's a good thing for AEW to have going forward, because it will... Because even though people will say, oh, your top champion in AEW is a part-timer, and is an old guy who was a WWE guy, who you've got Ring of Honor back, so you'll make all the Ring of Honor oldies champion. Oh, Danielson will be the Ring of Honor champion, which I want to happen, by the way. But Samoa Joe's the TV champion, bringing AJ Styles if he ever got released, God forbid. But I think Punk as champion would be wonderful. Because Punk as champion allows him to fully turn heel, because people will hate the fact that he's champion. You will have those people who will hate these champions. There will be people who love it as champion, because Punk fans, everyone's a Punk fan. Punk was great. That was the point. And Punk's a great heel. Punk's a better heel than a face, arguably. I mean, he's a very good face, but he's an even better heel. Because he was a heel when he did the pipe bomb. The pipe bomb with him as a heel against Cena as the face. And the whole point of the Money in the Bank match with him and Cena was that Punk, in a sense, because it was in Chicago, Punk was the face of the match. Cena was the heel of the match. And that's why when Cena hit that second AA, everyone went mental. Because people thought, oh, this is how he's going to win. It's just a normal Cena match. Then he kicked out. Then Punk hit the GTS. Then Punk won. Then he disappeared. Imagine the noise if Punk won here. The noise would be immense. And that, my dear watchers, whoever you are, is the end of this video. I don't really do video games that much anymore. I'll probably do one at some point. I was going to try and do Obra Dinn, but I thought the visual quality is probably not going to be very good. So I'll leave that to another game if I get it. I have an idea for... I was going to do Arkham Asylum and City as well, but I'm thinking they're not really visually impressive. So what I might do is, when I finish City again, I'm going to start Arkham Knight. I might do Arkham Knight as my next series. Farewell.